How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Guardians Gamers. And we recently got news from the PlayStation CEO that the PlayStation 5 units, like the scarcity of the PS5 units that we've been having since way back in 2020, with having like due to the cough off, if you know what I mean, is now finally going to be coming to an end. So that way, with the scarcity now behind us, that means it'll be a lot easier to access for those who've been struggling to try to get a PS5. And so yeah, that's definitely going to be good news. And so yeah, without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into the details, shall we? So yeah, starts off saying that the PS5 consoles have been really hard to find since their launch in 2020, because had a recession that was caused by the global crisis that was happening, in which kind of hurt the economy pretty bad and so on. But it appears that more will be available to purchase in the near future, which is definitely, gotta say, really good. But to be honest, I'm still gonna have to wait a little bit, and hopefully they'll get a really good price drop, or maybe they have like a slim version coming out at some point, since we're now kind of getting close to that point at some point. Too many points. So here's what he has to say. So everyone who wants a PS5 should have a much easier time finding one at the retailers globally, starting from the point forward. And said by the CEO Jim Ryan. But however, retailers such as Amazon, Best Buy, and GameStop are still sold out of consoles as of Thursday of this week, which I believe was the 5th of January, as of the writing of this article. So Ryan also said that more than 30 million PS5s have been sold since the console's launch, and Wednesday's show put an emphasis on a new piece of hardware for the PlayStation lineup, the PSVR 2, and a new accessibility controller. And so, well, I guess that's gonna be it for this article. I guess just like a little bit, kind of like a bit of an advertisement right there. Let's see. Yep. So yeah, I gotta say, kind of a little bit of a short article, but it was definitely something I thought was really worth talking about, and spread the news about it. It's like a day old, but personally, had a lot of stuff that I had to take care of behind the scenes, and to where I was gonna do this video yesterday, but had some other stuff I had to take care of. But now, it's still the news is still fresh. Thought it was worth talking about. And yeah, personally for me, there's really good news that we're gonna have less of a scarcity for PS5 units this time around, now that things are starting to calm down with what happened with all the craziness that happened back in 2020, which made it a lot more difficult to actually get these consoles. But personally, I'm still kind of waiting for a really good price cut at some point, just right now, but which will more likely happen right now that the the supply is going to increase and demand's kind of lowered a little bit, which will definitely decrease the price at some point. But the reason why they kind of did that, the reason why it's still pretty pricey, is because due to the scarcity units, and there's a huge demand, and then of course they're going to still keep the price a little bit high, so that way they can avoid that scarcity from getting any worse, which is yeah, I know, just all this typical ways how economics work. That's just how it is. And but hey, really good news. And hopefully one day I will try to get one of these units at some point, since now we're gonna have more exclusives coming out, especially the new God of War, or that came out, God of War Ragnarok. Even though I can still get it on the PS4, but it still looks really nice to have. And then also we're gonna have the Final Fantasy the sequel to the Final Fantasy 7 remake, and also Final Fantasy 16 looks like it'll be a fun game to play. They just have a little bit more of a medieval setting, just like how it was way back in the original games during the 8-bit era, and of course many more that I cannot even say at the top of my head. But I'm sure most of those who are talking about, who are actually have a PS5 and know the overall backlog, or the entire library, what the PS5 is going to has right now and will have in the future. Hey, feel free to tell in the comment section below. And so yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. And if you found it to be helpful and informative, then be sure to drop a like as always. Subscribe for more content like this. Hit the bell to be notified whenever my next video is going to drop. And if you got your own thoughts or opinions based on this recent news of the scarcity of PS5 units now finally coming to an end, and then hopefully it'll be a lot more affordable at some point in the future, then go ahead and sound in the comment section below and get a discussion going, because I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, and I'll and just go ahead and like, talk away. And again, thank you so much for your support, everyone. Love y'all, and I'll catch you all in the next one.